Hello and welcome to ChrisCrossMedia. My name is Chris, and today I'm starting a new series I've been wanting to do for quite some time. And it's called Scrapped. It's a show where I give you guys the history, current status, and possible future of various products like movies, TV shows, places, toys, and games that were, well, unfortunately, scrapped. And today we will talk about the mysterious and unfortunately never released Jurassic Park animated series. And to my surprise, there was more than one. Let's start from the beginning. In 1993, Steven Spielberg blew our friggin' minds with his tiny little film called Jurassic Park, based on the best-selling novel by Michael Crichton. The novel and the film take place on a tropical island with a theme park, and no, this isn't your typical amusement park with rides. It has dinosaurs. And oh no, this amazing idea is all of a sudden a terrible one. The dinosaurs learn to break out of their cages, can open doors, and it goes without saying they desire human flesh. And let's just say people kinda flip their minds.
From the looks of it, you'll be lucky to get in to see it this weekend. They lined up at the Century 10 Theater to get their Jurassic Park fix.
It was a phenomenon, the highest grossing film of all time. It was all people could talk about. Tickets were selling like crazy, and that's not all. How about a little Jurassic Park with your Big Mac?
Dino-sized value for a dino-sized appetite.
Tasty, I know. Do you like toys, clothes, school supplies, theme park attractions? There was no escaping Jurassic Park. No, it worked on paper. It's worked on film, obviously. So logically, what is the next step? If I was a Universal executive, I'd say, maybe animation, right? That should work. Guys, the 90s were a pretty magical time. I mean, as a product of the 90s myself, I always felt pretty overwhelmed by the amazing things at my disposal. And after seeing an amazing movie, I knew shortly after I could just stroll into my family room, take off my Converse, put on Pokemon t-shirt, and sit in front of the TV with a bowl of Captain Crunch, just enjoying myself, and then watching an animated series of that awesome movie. Like Men in Black, Godzilla, Aladdin, The Real Ghostbusters, Rambo the Mummy. Heck, even Dumb and Dumber had an animated series. Some worked, and some didn't. But it goes without saying the 90s was the age of animated series. So this begs the question, guys. Wouldn't the most popular movie of the 90s have an animated series? I mean, Jurassic Park basically was everywhere, so how come when I was sitting there with Captain Crunch, I never saw an animated Jeff Goldblum punch a raptor in the face? It's a crime, and these stories could write themselves, so why didn't this happen? Or did it? Until recently, the world could only dream of a Jurassic animated series, but it wasn't until late last year details emerged that at one point in time, production of a show actually existed. After the movie's release, Universal Cartoon Studios had plans to produce a series, but Universal wanted to make something special, something different. For a film this momentous, you can't just push out any run-of-the-mill animation cash grab. No. Universal had different plans. They didn't want to make a show that was just for kids. They strived to make a much more mature primetime series, with top writers and state-of-the-art television animation mixed with a bit of CG, which is huge back in the 90s. So, they hired illustrator and concept artist William Stout to give the show a sense of identity and originality with a graphic novel look. Without a doubt, this sounds amazing. So why was it scrapped? I mean, just look at this artwork that Stout released on his website last year. It goes without saying this would have driven us crazy. Imagine the routes they could have taken with a more adult series. There could have been suspense, adventure, gore. I mean, it even could have thrown in some topical subjects like ethics of tampering with science, maybe some environmental conservation message. I don't know. It just could have been great. So why did this get scrapped? I am pissed. I need a moment. I'm pissed. From the mouth of Stout himself, he said, "We made a trailer to communicate the feel of the series, also showing how we would combine computer animation and traditional animation. All we needed was Spielberg's approval. I heard through the grapevine he never bothered to watch what we had done. By that time, the word was out that he was burnt on Jurassic Park merchandising and all of the film's commercial exploitation, so it never got made."
You patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You want to sell it. Well,
so there you have it. After the craze of the early 90s, Spielberg was just burnt. He was tired. I mean, after filming Schindler's List, wouldn't you? Can you blame the guy? It drives me a bit crazy knowing somewhere on this planet lies an animated trailer that may never see the light of day. Stout, for the love of God, maybe accidentally upload it. Just please. Pretty please do it. And that, guys, was the unfortunate fate of the Jurassic Park animated series, right? Oh my god, I'm gonna break your hearts again. Spielberg wasn't done blowing our minds just yet. 1997 rolls around and oh my god, the sequel we've all been waiting for, The Lost World Jurassic Park, is out. Some loved it, some kind of felt meh about it. I personally had the biggest smile on my 7-year-old face, and I still do. regardless of what anyone thought, it was a hit, and it brought in millions. And that was enough for Universal to toy around with the idea of yet another possible Jurassic Park animated series, titled, hear me out, Jurassic Park Chaos Effect. Wait! That sounds familiar. Well, it should. You may remember that shortly after The Lost World's release, there was a toy line produced by Kenner and Hasbro of the same name. Well, it turns out the toy giants were aiming to create a TV series to accompany the toy line. Little is known about the show, other than a brief synopsis that was leaked. And it said,
a few years after the event of the Lost World, some scientists went to one of the islands of Jurassic Park, and while there, desperate to recreate the park's dinosaurs by completing DNA sequences, they mixed the DNA of dinosaurs with other species of dinosaurs and living animals of today, resulting with the creations of aggressive and mostly dangerous mutants.
I'm not one to point fingers, but this sounds pretty familiar. I mean, could this idea have sparked the plot of Jurassic World? Colin Trevorrow, give me a bone. Spielberg, was this you? Regardless, the show never made it far, unfortunately, and we can only assume it suffered a similar fate as the original animated series. The toys, however, did manage to make it to store shelves, and they were awesome. I mean, just look at these Omega T-Rex, Tyrannops, what is that? And an Ultimasaurus. Oh, this may be the only glimpse we have of the ill-fated show. I need a moment. It's only human to ask, after the huge mega awesome hit of Jurassic World, has there been any new discussions for a new animated series? I mean, let's be honest, I'd totally watch an animated Pratt and his Raptor Squad. Please, Universal, do it. And that's how the Jurassic Park animated series was, well, scrapped. And that's all I have for you guys today. I mean, I hope you enjoyed the first ever episode of Scrapped. If you enjoyed this, please hit the subscribe button, and I promise you'll find something you like, I guess. There's honestly so many more Scrapped ideas I have been researching. Like, the next episode, I'll tell you guys all about this scrapped Disney theme park called Disney America. Yeah, it's crazy. Even Disney has scrapped things, and they scrapped a lot of things, so stay tuned for that. And if you guys have any scrapped ideas that you'd like me to tackle, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. I'll take a look at them. I'm open to so many ideas, and I'm sure there's so many ideas out there. And as always, feel free to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for updates and random things that I just post on the daily. I hope to see you guys next time. I'm Chris, and you've just been crisscrossed. Peace out.